Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all have been enjoying the series so far. I know it's been kind of repetitive, but we're going over the basics and fundamentals. We covered a ton so far, basically just the entire setup process and how to get that done. And then a little bit of just reinforcing the fundamentals. Today, I do have a slightly more difficult training pack that we'll be going through, just kind of training together. It's just kind of helping us bring everything together, working on some more difficult setups, and just kind of, honing our skills that we've developed so far. Still pretty basic, nothing crazy, but first, let's get warmed up. Over, let me know down in the comments how your progress has been going, or like what rank you are, how long you've been playing, when you started playing. Always curious to see when people started playing and whatnot. I've been having a good time with this. I think I've gotten a little bit better already just from this week, just working on aerials. Like, I feel like I'm just slightly better, which is always good. It's nice to be able to see improvement, or feel like you see it anyway. I haven't really thought of my next series for this yet. I'm going to be moving soon, so I think this will be probably coming out roughly around the time I'm moving, so, we'll see. Yeah, change up over the map today. I like to change up my training packs every now and again, just to kind of keep everything kind of fresh feeling, I can't do the same training pack for too long. I get a little antsy. But if you are already warmed up, feel free to, skip ahead if you'd like, or continue warming up with us, whatever you prefer. I just like to flip around, kind of get my fingers warm. It's starting to warm up, actually, speaking of warm. It's like somewhere in February right now, and normally it's a little bit colder than this for me, but it's been warming up. I have to open my windows in my gaming room now because it's getting way too hot with this beast of a PC I have. I'd have to move an AC unit into this room again soon. Hopefully not before I move. Here's another thing I don't want to do, Alright, I'm feeling decently warm. Just a quick little warm-up, nothing fancy today. So today, we're going to be working on a little more advanced form of some aerials. I'll put the training code down below, or you can just look on screen here. It's this one right here, beginner aerial training. We did the basic yesterday. Today we'll be working on beginner. I plan on making a few more of these training packs. I hope you guys enjoy them. This one has 9 shots. You can see there's a little bit more already. But let's go ahead and take a peek in here, and I'll just kind of explain the shots. This one's just pretty basic. You know that I'm a strong believer in your own setups, so this is just a shot where you kind of have to get your own setup and hope to shoot it into the net. This is good because it gives you different areas to work on your setup from, and I just think it's always good. We're still just trying to make sure we're consistent, that we're getting the touches that we want, and in a more real situation here. And we're just trying to focus on consistency and just making sure all the steps are good here. For example, right now I'm not really feathering my boost probably as much as I should. For a proper air dribble, that is. And make sure to do it from both sides, so that way you're comfortable with both setups. We all know how important it is to make sure you can do everything from both sides, because you're going to get plenty of opportunities from both sides. I'd say right around this time you probably want to start getting Just better at controlling the ball towards the net. Maybe focus a little bit more on your control toward the net. You don't have to hit it in every time. I don't expect anyone to be able to, especially if you're still a beginner. Just getting it in the general direction is good. As long as you're working on it and practicing it, getting a little bit better every day, that's all that matters. You don't have to improve right away. Let me know if you have any feedback on these training packs, anything you'd like to see different. Just a few basic shots in this one, nothing too crazy. This one's a little more difficult. I kind of put this one in here for me as well because these shots kind of come up a lot, and you want to be able to get that good pop I was talking about, kind of off the wall, and be able to follow it. This is just one of those angles that kind of comes up a decent amount, especially in 1v1s. And you'll want to be able to abuse this if you can. It's all about the setup with this one. Just getting that good pop, trying to control it. Remember to follow the energy of the ball, the energy of your car. Nice and smooth, don't force it. Don't go too fast, you'll lose control. Make sure you're kind of challenging yourself a little bit. Advanced players, feel free to throw on variants in Baka's mod, or do air roll the whole time. Maybe even do air roll in a direction you're uncomfortable with. As long as you're pushing yourself a little bit each day, you'll eventually get better. If you want to work on double taps and stuff like that, definitely feel free to do so. Double taps are kind of in field with the air dribbles and stuff, as you can lead them into it. Air dribbles into double taps are quite often, especially at higher ranks. Let me know which one of these shots is your favorite, or which one you struggle the most with. There's still a few more that we're going to go through. But we're just kind of getting more and more consistent, more thorough, a little quicker with our setups at this point, getting us ready for the rest of the series here. Going to be working on some more difficult things as time comes, so we'll want to make sure the fundamentals are really in place here. With this shot, if you're not comfortable with a ton of air roll, don't worry, you don't have to. Just keep trying to follow the speed of the ball, holding jump as long as you can, maybe even go for a double tap every now and again. Just pay attention to not overcorrecting, because that's a big mistake a lot of beginners will make with aerials and double touches. It's just overcorrecting, air rolling too much, moving your car in one direction too much. It's important to note that it's more consistent if you're making small adjustments instead of big ones, because generally speaking, if you make a really big adjustment, you're just going to have to readjust again, you know? So keep that in mind. So everyone, let me know what your car that you're vibing with is these days, or what your favorite preset is. Obviously, I prefer the Fennec. I used the Breakout for a while back, when I was kind of working on my flicks and stuff. Also good to note while doing some of these setups, if you get a bad setup, it's good to be able to try and fix it, or know when to bail and maybe go for something a little bit different. Again, just focus on that pop, following the speed. It's a little different. Same sort of close aerial here. That's kind of hard with a really tight angle. I think these are really important to master, as this situation comes up a lot more than you would think in an everyday game. especially for me in one, so it's kind of why I put this on here, was also to kind of help me with some of these shots that I'm not very consistent with, so it's good to always be pushing yourself. Again, make sure you're doing both sides. Finding any of these setups a little too hard, just feel free to go back to a previous episode or a previous part and work on something that's mildly easier for you. Though I do believe it's good to push yourself, but if you just absolutely can't do it, don't worry. Just keep working on some of those fundamentals, because once you have those basic things down, these should be relatively easy. Don't overthink it, just work on the setup. Even if you want to just do this and work on getting a good pop, do that. You don't even have to score it. Go to the next one here. If you can't tell, there's a theme here. Making sure you get your own setups, make sure you're comfortable getting them. Also, that way you're practicing a whole bunch of different angles that maybe you wouldn't normally be doing if you were doing another training pack. This is all about consistency, even though we're in a training pack, and making sure it's more so random. I believe that's the best way to train, because you're not going to get the exact same setup, in a game. And there's going to be a lot more pressure. I do recommend whichever side you are least comfortable with, left or right, whichever it is, to work on that one a little bit more than the other. That way you can eventually try and balance them out. Again, you guys already know that my right side here is my weaker side for aerials. Or any, play off the wall for that matter. That's why I try and force myself to do a little bit more from this side, if I can help it. And make sure you're getting good touches, not hitting the ball too hard for your setup. Kind of why I have this here is for situations where the ball kind of falls in front of you and you want to get a quick touch to the wall and try and control it. If you want, you can even try and control it more towards the boost. You're low on boost, you can just pretend you're low on boost, head towards the wall. Try and get a good aerial setup. Don't do what I'm doing here and boosting way too hard. And hitting the ball away like so. I'm making my job a little harder for myself. More advanced players, you can try and control the ball to certain positions of the net. The top left, the bottom left, top right, middle. You can do any of these things to make it harder for yourself. You can still get a little bit of enjoyment and good practice out of these. I don't know how many advanced players I really have that follow my YouTube, but you never know. Hope everyone's been having a chill month so far. Everything's going well for you. Hope you're having a good day too. Real nice weather for me, so I've been doing a lot more. It's like chilling outside, some meditation, stuff like that. It's been probably good for me. It's been pretty gloomy lately. Feel free to post some clips in my Discord if you'd like, of some of your best air dribbles that you got, or if you have any questions, just drop them in my Discord as well. Feel free to ping me at any time. I'm pretty much always online, so if you ever have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help. I hope you guys have been enjoying the Train Along With Me series. It was a fun little idea that I've been thinking of for a while, so if the series does well enough, and enough people like it, I think we will continue this. Maybe eventually get to a point where we can do it every month or every other month or something like that. Just a nice little training regimen. I think it could be good. Alright, been working on that shot for a while, so I'll go to the next one here. Sorry I got distracted, I was just vibing out. So these ones are a little harder, but also a little easier at the same time. This is just working on getting a good pop off the ground, or a bounce, anything like that. Just try and get a good controlled touch towards the net. The goal here is just to be able to follow it, get a good little bounce, and dribble it in. These bounces kind of happen a lot. I made it more of an awkward bounce here because I believe it's good to practice the awkward and harder stuff. But even with one good touch, you can start up an air dribble, so just being able to do that. Good. Little tiny adjustments for when you need them. Feel free to try and control it to the left side or the right side if you can. Alright, and then we got one that's slightly further back here. But it should be good to just get one good touch and just do your best just to feather your boost and try and get it towards the net. You can get flip resets if you want. This one's the furthest back here. Arguably will be the hardest shot for most of you to get. I don't expect anyone to really be able to hit this one just yet. This one's just here for, I don't know, kind of a flex, if you will. Being able to get the air dribble from basically just past half net is pretty good. But if you just get a good setup, the rest is pretty easy. That's why I spent so much time talking to you guys about the setup, because again, with a good setup, everything becomes so much easier. It's important to know with this shot, if you air roll into it, you can get a bit of a bounce up, and then try and follow it up and get some sort of an air dribble that way, if you want. And then I have two from the side as well. So these ones are good for just not straight on the net practice. And just opens up another idea for practicing and gets you consistent with air dribbles from different spots around. Of course, practice this from the left. Right. A little bit further away. Same thing here, trying to get that good pop, good setup. Follow the ball. Oh, well, we completed it. So there's that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this training pack. I had a fun time making it. It's been, what, my second one now? And I think they're good. I'll train with them. I use them. I hope you guys enjoy them as well. Probably going to keep making these for the videos. Just kind of depends on what we're working on. They do take a little bit of time to make, which is weird. I didn't expect that. They're kind of weird, but fun. So I hope you guys enjoy. Use the training pack. Drop any feedback down in the comments below. Let me know your progress. Let me know if you can hit every shot. Let me know when you 100% it. I don't know. Anyway, just keep the grind on, keep training, keep doing your best, and as long as you're improving just a little bit every day, that's enough. Alright guys, peace.